Elites, what's going on? It's me, Captain Fires Today. We live action. You already know what it is. Of course, as you can tell, this is not a Bleach chapter review, but I am in my Captain Fires Today's attire. But this is a video response. I mean, not response. I'm sorry. Video request for one of my subscribers, JKR2QHIE. I hope I pronounced that right. I mean, I know it's not a word, obviously, but let me know if I said it right or wrong. This video is talking about the strength and power of Kenpachi, Zaraki, and the other Kenpachis. Now, this is the thing. You've all seen my video before talking about the Bleach light novel, Spirits Are Forever With You. Now, we all seen the chapter that just happened with the death of Byakuya, but we seen Kenpachi show up at the end. Now, with Kenpachi, seemingly as he's going to try to take on Buckbeard, I think that's a very good matchup because we see how strong, well, we get an idea how strong Buckbeard is, how he's taking out Halibel. But at the same time, we do know how strong Kenpachi is. So let's go back a bit. Now, these are the notes and information and things I've gathered up coming from this light novel. Of course, just little side things. Mayuri is standing in trial for blowing up those subordinates back in the Soul Society arc. Oh, and keep in mind, this takes place during the 17-month time skip. Let's see, little side notes before I get to Kenpachi. Like I said, Mayuri is standing trial for blowing up the subordinates back in the Soul Society arc before he fought Udaru. And it was revealed that Ruki and Toshiro say that the Minos Grande are stronger than captains, but according to the textbooks at the Shino Academy, that wasn't the truth. And it kind of makes you wonder because you see other characters that are not captain level taking out these Minos. So, you know, I remember she was saying when she first seen one, like, oh no, I read about these in the textbooks. They said the Minos Grandes are so powerful, only the Royal Guard are called to handle them. Come on, you guys think like, cause we all know that makes sense because the Royal Guard are called to handle some Minos. Anyway, now back during the last video I made talking about the Spirits Are Forever With You, I talked about how I believe the 8th Kenpachi, he went to talk to Aizen. Yeah, the 8th Kenpachi went to talk to Aizen. The female next to him was his Zanpato spirit. You know, there was a female next to the 8th Kenpachi. His name is Azashiro. And Azashiro goes up to Aizen, of course, removes the eye thing in the mouth, and he goes to talk to him. And pretty much, I thought it was real funny how Kenpachi's Zanpato spirit was laughing at Aizen about him, you know, losing to Ichigo and not making it to the Royal Guard. And the crazy thing is, you know, they get to talking and conversating, you know, this Kenpachi and Aizen. And this is the thing, the 7th Kenpachi, I'm going to let you know what he's about. Because the 7th Kenpachi, it really did shock me. Okay, the 7th Kenpachi, Kuruyashi Kenpachi. He was the 7th Kenpachi. He had a Bunkai, this Kenpachi. His ability was to destroy and crush all living and non-living things within a certain area of radius. And the radius is several times bigger than Katakura Town. And he can only use it once every 6 months. Now, he went to fight Azashiro Kenpachi. Now, which was the 8th Kenpachi. The 8th Kenpachi, at the time he wasn't 8th Kenpachi, obviously, he went to challenge the 7th Kenpachi. So the 8th Kenpachi, he has a Bunkai as well. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, the 7th Kenpachi, if he has the ability to just destroy and crush all living things, you know, he shouldn't have lost. So how did he lose? And of course he is very powerful because during his battle with Azashiro, the 8th Kenpachi, he was not allowed to use his Bunkai in the Serite because Central 46 said he was too powerful. But his Shikai is extremely powerful as well. Plus Shunsui was friends with the 7th Kenpachi, and he was watching this fight alongside with Squad 11. Okay, so this is why the 8th Kenpachi beat the 7th Kenpachi. You know, this is the 8th Kenpachi's abilities. Azashiro Kenpachi. His ability is to fuse or merge. So when he can do that, he can fuse and merge with the air. And I'm going to tell you how that's deadly. But it's the thing. He also has this side ability where he can see and hear all situations within a certain length of radius, especially in Soul Society. And so while he was imprisoned in the Serite, he heard everything, even the fight between Ichigo and Aizen. And he could also summon a blade of air, killing his enemy with no motion. So that can really, throw you off how Stark stood there and he could shoot the Zero. Same thing in that nature. Plus, while someone says it's Shikai, he can just use that air blade, cut their tongue. They can't, say the command release. Of course, someone cuts your tongue off, you're going to stop in mid-fight anyway. But he also has an ultimate attack. This is go back to that fusion merge thing called Living Body Fusion. And by opposing his enemy, he can destroy his enemy's internal body like this. But it also hurts himself. And that's how he killed the 7th Kenpachi with that attack. And as his defense, he can fuse with the air. Keep in mind that. So all physical attacks have little to no effect. Basically no effect. And every other Soul Reaper or opponent that ever fought this Kenpachi was never able to land a hit on him due to the fact that you're cutting through air. You can't cut air. And of course, he can imitate and copy his vocal patterns mixed in with the sound through the wind and chant hundreds of Black Coffin level Keto spells at the same time. But this is how he ended up in a Magus Nest with all that level of power, being able to fuse with air and make multiple Keto spells and have a Bunkai and a Shikai and fuse within the person's body. Obviously, Royal Guard stepped in and he surrendered because he's not a bad guy. He's not psycho or nothing like the current Kenpachi. Now he's not. They stepped in. He's like, look, you're too powerful. You're going to Mugen. That's why he's in Mugen. And of course, they didn't really explain this, but they said it takes him 2 days to see through Aizen's hypnosis. And Aizen, he did let that Kenpachi know that was possible. That that he can, that's why my hypnosis will be meaningless towards you. Now, this is the thing. Of course, he knows there's the current Kenpachi, Zaraki. So he wanted to fight Kenpachi. He really did. And of course, this is what Aizen told him. It was revealed. Sosuke Aizen himself said he never wanted to fight 2 people, Old Man Yama and Kenpachi. And that's why with Old Man Yama he made Wonder Weiss and of course did what he did to extinguish the flames. Also, and of course he had the backup Hokyoku. And this is the thing right here. This was the shocker. One of the captains he purposely led to Hueco Mundo was Kenpachi, because he kidnapped Orihime. Obviously, he was saying like, "Oh, I'm used to restore the Hokyoku." I know that never happened. This is why. He knew Ichigo. First, he kidnapped Orihime. He knew Ichigo would come save her. He knows Kenpachi wants to fight Ichigo. Kenpachi loves to fight. He always wants to keep fighting Ichigo. And so once he has once he has Kenpachi and Hueco Mundo, bam, he closed the gate. And he told that current Kenpachi, he said, "You sure you want to fight him?" And this is what Aizen said. He said, Aizen said, Kenpachi's Yhwach is so powerful, it can push back Baragon's Respa. And it could also push back Stark's wolves. The wolves that are so powerful, they were pretty much dealing great damage to the captain level visors, a la Rose and Love. So with that right there, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. Now there is hints and talk that Aizen might be, not Aizen, but Kenpachi might be a transcendent being. Now, I'm gonna tell you this right now. It says right here, during his fight with the 8th Kenpachi, current Kenpachi, Zaraki, when he was fighting the 8th Kenpachi, he actually did hundreds of Hado 96 spells. Hado 96 is the same spell Old Man Yama did on Aizen when he grabbed his ankle and made that big fire flame come up. That was that. He did hundreds of those. And still, it wasn't much damage. It damaged him, but not much damage. And then he did the ultimate living body fusion. The 8th Kenpachi tried to fuse, go into Kenpachi's body. 11th Kenpachi. And it right here, it was negated by Zaraki's Yhwach. And then carrying Kenpachi, kendoed him. Yeah, he did. You know, it was two Kenpachis fighting, so he did have to use both hands. He kendoed him. Oh, and other thing, to keep him all this is over the 17-month time skip. He requests a new eye patch that absorbs 10 times more than the old one. And last but not least, right here, it says Kubo said in the novel that there are 4 levels of secrets. 1. Secrets that should be noted by everyone. 2. Secrets that should be noticed by 1 in 10 people or so. 3. Secrets that should leave the reader wondering who else noticed it. And 1 in 1,000 people will see what it is according to Kubo. And 4. Kubo said that the 4th secret takes the most amount and a ton of attention, and it's something he put in since the beginning of Bleach and hinted on it throughout the manga. And Narita, the person who wrote the novel, revealed that Kenpachi was so powerful that Kubo was so pleased that he was able to see through Kenpachi's secret of strength. Now, I know what you're all thinking. It's this canon, it's this canon, it's this canon. Okay, now, Narita, this person, Narita, wrote the novel. However, yes, Kubo did oversee it. And this is where the canon part fits in. Of course, it makes sense with the whole eye patch, why Kenpachi has a new eye patch. We know it's just not for fashion. And it clarified that it absorbed 10 times more. I mean, that it's 10 times more powerful. But let's keep in mind, during one of the data books, there was a mini novel, not written by Kubo, mind you, about when Orihime, after Ichigo passed off and failed, after he did the final Getsu Potential, Orihime, she ended up coming along. I mean, she ended up going about healing Mila Rose, Sun, Apache, and Halibel. And right there we see that connected to being canon with the series, because as we can see, Mila Rose, Sun, and Apache, they're alive. You know, well, yeah, they're still alive, and Halibel is alive. So they were healed in this light novel that a lot of people never knew or seen about, and it became accurate and truthful. Also, yes, just because someone writes it, that don't mean they just say, you know what, I'm about to put my 2 cents in and then just make up something. No, there's one thing to be an artist and a writer, but when you are solely a writer, you go about it a different way. You can explain it in a different form, because that's your expertise. Because if you read the novels, the way they're written, they're not bad or anything. They're just written in a different style of how you would read it in the manga. Even if you were to take the pictures out of the manga and just read the dialogue, you know, it's different. It's night and day. So of course, Kubo was overseeing it, and of course, like I said, Kubo, he actually in the novel, the light novel, Spirits Are Forever With It, he wrote a quick note in there letting people know, like, I was pleased that this person was able to see through the secrets, everything, and I'm shocked, I'm glad. And now that I've seen how strong Kenpachi is, it makes you think back on Ichigo, how when he was going up against Kenpachi, and Ichigo, of course, he did not have that badge absorbing his spiritual pressure and all that mess. He didn't achieve Bunkai yet. And for Ichigo to go toe-to-toe with Kenpachi like that, man, it really makes you look at Ichigo how powerful he really is. But Kenpachi, of course, I always knew, like, man, there's something up with that guy. I mean, him, people just think, I never forget, with the big yellow Ryatsu spirit energy that submitted around, I mean, that came out of Byakuya, not Byakuya, damn. See, with him dying, he on the brain. But out of Kenpachi made that skull silhouette. People just thought that was for show or whatnot, but after finding out what I found out, it makes you wonder, because it's probably something more to Kenpachi. I mean, Kenpachi never gets punked, and people never really knew, like, why is he so strong? Why is he so strong? Why is he so strong? I mean, look what he did to Tosin. Tosin's ability, it was still just for nothing against Kenpachi. So, all in all, this whole video, what I'm saying is, with hundreds of Kido spells not damaging Kenpachi, with him being able to push back Baragon's Respa, and Stark's Wolves are doing nothing, even Aizen didn't want to fight him. I mean, it makes you think, like, how is this fight going to go against Buckbeard? Now, I know, we don't know what Buckbeard can do, so, you know, I give you that. We don't know, we have to reserve judgment. However, I'm going to be rooting for Kenpachi. It will be good to see what Buckbeard can do. I mean, Kenpachi, you see he took out the most Star Knights. I mean, he actually was the first one to take out some Star Knights, and he got three Star Knights, just like that. So like I said, I do believe it's canon. I mean, think about it. Aizen said, "Oh, or I took you just to restore the Hokyoku." No, it never happened. He did throw everybody off, including he knew Ichigo was going to come after Orihime, and Kenpachi was going to come after Ichigo, lock him in there. Because just honestly think about how that fight would go if Kenpachi was there. Like he said, he could blow back Baragon's Respa. So if that fight was eventually, he just took off the eye patch and just, you know, like that. And yes, we know Aizen is powerful. Look how he took out Halibel, and Buckbeard did the same thing, took out Halibel. However, if Aizen didn't want to fight him, I mean, damn. But I know Buckbeard, he's not. It looks like he's not worried about Kenpachi, but I know he knows about Kenpachi. I really do. So yeah, to the one who sent the video request, I hope you did like this video. To all of you watching, I hope you liked it. One more thing, I will be putting the links in the description below to the forum sites to where I received this information, and as well, Elites tonight. I'll be doing the weekly Elite Ace podcast. Me and my #1 subscriber, aka Lieutenant Young Money Jeezy. So if you want to get in, let me know. I've so far been receiving nothing but positive reviews about positive feedback about the podcast I've been doing, and people have been putting in the comment section of my podcast that yes, they would like to get in. They would like to get in. Now I'm letting you all know now. If you're watching this video, I will be doing it tonight around 11 or 12 o'clock, depending on your time. I know we all live in different parts of the world, different schedules, different times, but I'm telling you now, I will be doing it around that time. And in the description, I will be leaving my Skype name down there below. It is Elite-Ace-2. I'm going to put it in the description below. So let me know if you want to get in on it. Pick a topic, discussion. I'll let you know. I'll be on tonight so we can get it recorded, get it started. Alright, Elites, hope you like this video. Signing up.